good Venom movie. But I think what they're going to miss out on is not having Spider-Man.
And not having Spider-Man... I want to interject real quick. You can make a Venom movie without having Spider-Man,
yes.
But you have had to have made a Spider-Man movie that already included Venom.
Yeah.
You could make a Venom standalone movie, but not before you've included him in Spider-Man.
And here's the thing, Spider-Man 3, because they shoehorned the symbiote in Venom, they even missed out on this too.
Yep.
Venom looks the way he does for a reason. The symbiote is a character. It's not just a substance. It's a character.
Right.
That his most powerful host was Spider-Man. Spider-Man rejected him.
That's why he has Spider-Man. Those spider-like powers.
He imitates him in a monstrosity way, in this just abomination.
Right.
That's why he looks the way he does.
That's a different character.
That's Hulk's
abomination.
Yeah. That's Hulk's enemy.
But
punchy punches.
He punches for a bit.
But the thing is, without Spider-Man, you get a Venom who doesn't have a lot of purpose.
Yeah.
Because Venom's purpose is he hates Spider-Man.
When in his first existence, he hates Spider-Man. Now, eventually, you get things like Agent Venom and stuff like that.
I love Agent Venom.
Yeah, I'm curious though how much they'll. I mean, if this is bad, I don't know what they do.
Why'd you look up to the heavens when you said that? If this is bad, I don't know.
Because I'm begging God for a decent Venom movie.
Well, and I love Venom. I would love. He's one of my favorite villains, if not my favorite villain.
Okay.
Yeah, just in comic books, I love Venom.
Okay.
I would love for a Venom movie to be done right.
Venom.
I wonder if they're going to do the whole thing with Eddie trying to get rid of the symbiote. I wonder if they're going to go with he just doesn't want this because he doesn't.
Right.
Eddie doesn't want to keep this. And I wonder what they're going to do with that in the movie, if they talk about it at all.
I'd be like, I'm going to go get a lot of pizza. That's what I would do. If I was Venom, I'd just go into the pizza store.
And eat the person, not the pizza.
Speaking of eating people, I just think it's not that I eat people. But have you guys played the Ultimate Spider-Man video game?
Oh, yes.
Where you play as Venom?
Yeah.
And you have to eat people to stay alive. It's great.
Yeah, your health drains.
Your health drains if you don't eat people.
Sorry, Timmy.
Timmy! Hi!
Would be like a turd.
Is that Spider-Man? Nope.
I mean, let's be particularly honest with each other here.
And we are going to see it a week from tonight.
We're going to go see it
because it's $5 Tuesdays. Yeah. And so, hey, movies that we don't care about that we have to talk about because we're nerds, that's when we see
Avengers 4.
Stop it.
Yeah.
Sorry, continue.
Say good luck avoiding spoilers for those three movies.
Yeah, right?
For real. We're going to have to go Thursday night again.
Well, what the spoiler's going to be? It's going to be... And then he fought the villain that also had his powers and was possibly a dark reflection of himself. And he looked like he was going to lose. And then he decided that to become the true symbiote. And then they won. And it's like...
No. Spoilers for Avengers.
We don't care about that.
And then Venom, I'm like, we're going to...
And then he totally did throw him away like a turd in the wind.
I like how Zach just made it very...
That's the post-credit scene. I would die laughing.
No, they saved that line to the post-credit scene.
Yeah, most people leave the theater by then anyways. Yeah. They don't know. By the way, there is a post-credit scene. There is a post-credit scene for Venom. So if you guys go see it,
there's
make
two,
sure
actually.
It's totally Spider-Man.
I think it's Tom Holland's.
No, counteroffer. It's
counteroffer. You cannot counteroffer me. I didn't make the movie.
Counteroffer.
Can I? I'm not going to spoil it, but there are two. They do not include Spider-Man.
Yeah, no, it's...
Yeah. I already seen the spoilers.
It's going to be... Yeah. If I had to guess, I haven't seen this.
Okay.
But if I had to guess, it's going to be Carnage, and it's going to be Mobius.
No.
No?
No.
To both?
One or the other.
So Carnage. Yeah.
I'm not going to spoil it for anybody.
Well, we know Woody Harrelson is in it.
Yeah, Woody Harrelson is in it as Cletus Cassidy.
So we know they are at least giving us the opportunity to get Carnage.
And some of the synopsis I've heard is that they've been experimenting on different people with different symbiotes.
To see what happens.
And Eddie Brock is one of those people.
Yes.
And I imagine Cletus Cassidy might be among those.
Well, I think the whole basis of the story goes, Eddie Brock is a reporter who goes into that lab.
Yeah.
He asks the guy questions because this is all the stuff you've seen in the promos.
Right, in the trailers.
He goes and he asks the main guy, what have you done with people? Why are you kidnapping? Yeah, why are you kidnapping people? Blah 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 blah.
Never questions you should ask.
No.
Yeah, never questions of kidnapping,
What's
death,
that weird
murder.
ink stuff over there? Touch. Welcome to Venom, kids.
And I think in his Elizabethan,
Elizabeth.
he goes, "Hello, everyone, and welcome me." Oh yes, look, that's of there. I like him.
Touch.
Touch.
Don't touch the glass.
He's touching the glass. He's touching the glass.
Since this is the last time we're going to talk before we see this movie, before we get into our last big topic here today, go around. What do you expect? If out of 10, what are you expecting this movie to be? Not what are you hoping, but based off of the trailers that we've seen, based off the mixed reviews, all that stuff, what are you expecting this movie to be? Drucker seems very confused. I'll start. I'm expecting a 6 out of 10. Okay. I like Tom Hardy.
I'm expecting a stroke when I go to see this movie.
I like Venom.
Do you want us to resuscitate, or do we just leave you?
Bring the AED right into
I'm expecting a movie that I walk out of and go, man, they missed the boat, but on a lot of things, but it was solid enough to warrant more.
Okay.
That's what I'm expecting. What are you expecting?
I'm also expecting a 6 out of 10 as I leave the theater.
And then thinking about it later, it goes to a 3 out of 10.
I think by Thursday I'll get 4 out of 10. Yeah.
By the way, next week we're podcasting Thursday, not Tuesday, because we're seeing the movie Tuesday night.
Yes.
And we want to wait to give you the review, or our review of the movie.
Yeah.
Well, at least to give them time to watch the movie if they want to go watch it.
Do you guys want to know something funny? I'm going to see this. I don't want to see this movie once. I'm going to see it 3 times. I've never watched a movie 3 times.
Yeah.
I didn't even watch. I didn't even watch Avengers more than once. I hate watching movies in the theaters more than once. Because of friend groups and everything else that I'm going with, I have to watch this stupid movie 3 times.
Nice.
So
what are you expecting?
It's like going to watch Ant-Man and the Wasp.
I saw it. What? No, I saw it 3 times.
I'm expecting a 5 or 6 out of 10.
Do not resuscitate. Stephanie, I'm sorry. You're going to have to repeat that, David, because that's the best quote ever.
Do not resuscitate. That's what we'll say about this franchise if this fails.
Oh, please.
Do not resuscitate.
What are you saying?
I'm thinking it's going to be a 5 or 6 out
5 or
of 10.
6
It's
out
going
of
to be
10 as well.
average, generic, and might be entertaining enough, but
It's not going to take
I don't
risks.
think it's not going to be a wow movie. It's going to be that it was 2 hours.
Now, what
of
if
my
he
time.
does eat somebody,
Hey, Dante's
and
watching.
instead of the line...
What if it's 4D and he comes through the screen?
What about
What if he kills
doesn't?
all of us?
What if he doesn't say the line about a turd in the wind, but you just see a turd in the wind? Will that up it or lower it?
and then he gives the Jim from The Office look at the camera. It's just like
Yeah. No, will that up it or lower it if that scene occurs?
I think it goes up about 10 notches.
I was gonna
think
say.
it's my favorite movie of all time.
No,
They
just
did
kidding.
the thing.
Just kidding. Tony.
Maybe we'll be describing this movie as a turd in the wind.
Oh dear God! You know the reviews are already out there for that.
You know what? I'm going into it with the 3 or 4, only because I've seen all the promos.
Yeah.
I've seen all the anticipation going into it. I've seen the bad spoilers and stuff like that, and I'm not really at all.
We're saying hi to Dante.
Yeah, hi Dante.
Hi Dante. He's a co-host.
I'm not interested in this movie at all.
But he's not
only
bad.
because it's not part
Not
of
here.
the Marvel Universe. It has nothing to do with Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And
Which it could, though.
it's a throw your quotes in the air type of thing.
If it's good, and they later decide maybe we'll include it, possibly.
Yeah.
Disney, what's going to happen is Marvel's going to go, yeah, that's in our movie, and
I
never
saved-
mention it again.
Oh, we like the
with
Incredible Hulk.
Yeah.
I really saved my comments for this because it was something that they really pushed to push this movie before they had anything set in stone. And I've said it before. I said, you know what? They've already signed this guy Tom Hardy on for 3 movies, and I understand that they do that.
Wait.
The thing that I didn't wrap my head around was, what if this movie really bombs? They have him for 3 really, really bad movies.
Oh, well, they can cancel if the movie's bombed.
Yeah.
It would be
And
like
that's-
Disney canceling the Star Wars spinoffs.
Yeah.
If it doesn't make money, they'll say cancel.
Yeah.
So I get that. But why even put your cart in front of the horse?
Well,
Because that's what you do.
That's
That's all movie
because-
companies
but
do that.
Sony doesn't do that
But here's
because
the
they
thing.
don't put out good movies.
Here's the
and
thing
that's-
too is that
But they do that.
yeah they do.
When was the
Everyone
last
does.
time they had a good movie?
I'm
No,
not
they
saying that
don't
a
make
movie-
good movies, but they
Well,
sign.
actually, I
actors to
kind of
make it.
disagree because I actually really enjoyed Tom Cruise's The Mummy. I thought that was actually a solid.
What's wrong
You
with
need
you?
to leave.
I thought that was a solid movie.
I want to vote Sam.
If you don't act like it's part of the original Mummy movies,
no, it's still bad.
I think it's good.
I think we should all get a piece of paper and just vote Sam off the island. Just give our reasons. He's just a smaller version of me. This is so.
All right. Our last topic.
Really quick, I wanted to point out that our Spider-Man is Tom H and our Venom is Tom H.
Which just won't work.
Yeah.
That just occurred to
It
me.
won't work.
I don't know why, but
And our Iron Man is our Dean.
Jay.
Well, I don't count the Junior.
Well,
And our Captain America is CE.
Jay.
Is he a junior too?
Yeah.
Is he really?
Did you not know that?
I didn't know Chris Evans was a junior. Now, I didn't think so. I was like, I don't actively follow their lives.
It sounded good, but let's roll into the next segment.
All right. So our last thing, we've talked about this already. DC is rebooting their universe.
Or
supposedly.
No one knows what DC's doing, quite honestly.
I don't even know if they know what they're doing.
What's funny is it's
The DC offices is that scene from SpongeBob when his brain's on fire. And they're
pulling files out.
Get rid of it!
well, like
Where's Batman?
it's
Superman!
No! Well, it's about 2 months away from Aquaman, and we haven't gotten another trailer yet for that.
They did release one.
They released
A second.
Yes. When is that?
It's
not
2 weeks ago.
I haven't seen it anywhere.
I haven't seen a new.
I don't think it's like
The only one I saw was
man.
the Comic-Con one.
No.
Jason Mimosa.
Yeah.
Also, Dante says he can replace Sam.
I know. I put an angry face on it.
If only Thanos was snapped
I'll
or tear.
follow you on the angry face.
All right. So, but here's the thing, though. So we decided, okay, DC has come to each of us in turn to create their phase one of the DC of the rebooted DC. So we're gonna give. What is our titular character? Kind of like how Iron Man was the one that set them up. Mm-hmm. And I will say this, not all of us chose Batman because we said the other people are going to choose Batman. And that's just not fair, to be frank. Because yes, if I actually said we should do it how Marvel had to do it, where they didn't have their top properties, so they had to make good movies. They couldn't make bad movies with big names because they didn't have them. Yeah. And these guys were like, no, we want to use Batman. So they're the pansies, and Tony and I are the ones that went, we'll make a DC or EU that includes Batman. Batman's in it, but it's not our titular character yet. But so that's what we're doing. So since you guys chose Batman, we'll start and we'll just go clockwise like this. So Drucker,
I must do my own spin.
Phase one.
Okay.
Phase one. What's your first movie and where are you going from there?
My first movie is going to be Batman,
of course,
because I think that's the one thing this DC franchise has lacked in their movieverse.
And what version of Batman are you going with, David?
I would definitely do a Bruce Wayne Batman. I'm going to do I would do more of a crime thriller style movie. Because I think... What?
Film noir?
Something like that.
Would you go black and white?
No.
Sin City sort of movie?
No.
Ooh, that would be great. Sin City,
But
Batman.
I want to explore
cool.
more of the detective side of Batman.
Gotham City.
Yeah.
Gotham
City.
A movie that's about Gotham, but
Without
doesn't have
Batman.
Batman.
Perfect!
We did it!
Yes! Success! But here's the best part. It's not tied to anything. It's not tied to anything.
Yes!
It's a film about nothing!
You just
So what's going to happen is we're all going to launch...
Yeah.
What will happen is we'll all launch our respective universes.
Hey, Jim.
In different
Hey,
directions. And they never connect.
It's grungy. Dun, dun.
Sorry, continue.
I think... the biggest thing with Batman is I think you have to introduce a character that's going to sell and get people to come see your movie. I was thinking of maybe doing like a Green Lantern. I didn't want to do a Superman again, but Batman is the movie that everyone will line up to see. Mm-hmm. It's
right,
Batman.
because it's Batman, which means it's a cop-out.
Not necessarily.
Yes, it is.
You still have to make a good movie.
Because
people are still going to go see it.
But people will see it.
When you give yours, I'm going to fight you on this for calling it a cop-out, because I know what you're doing, and you're so full of crap.
Well, the thing is, if it's a bad movie, DC will not be able to make their universe.
Yeah.
They just but the same thing would happen with Marvel.
It is their chance to make a good movie that people will see, and people will be looking forward to a new movieverse. The biggest thing that I would do with this is that the Justice League has already been formed. So I'm not doing an origin story for Batman. I'm not doing an origin story for these characters. these characters already exist in this universe. They all know of each other, and I'm just going to focus on the individual stories and then bring them to an end. With
And
phase
nobody's
one.
helping each other. Kind of like how in the MCU,
Yeah.
no matter what's going on, the Avengers
Avengers
only
will-
get together for one movie.
The Avengers will not assemble.
No, and the thing is, I wanted to focus on building